Hey friends, it's Mr. Flores and science is back. Woo! All right, so this is our soft opening, meaning that we're going to try some things. It might work, might not work, but we learn and we go on and we're going to learn science. So here we go. The first word we're going to talk about today is imagination. Do you know what imagination is? If you know, and your parents are nearby, go ahead and tell them. And if you know, and they're not nearby, tell me. Okay, great, because this word imagination means forming new and creative ideas. That's right, imagination, the forming of new and creative ideas. And if you think about it, the way things are now weren't always the way they were back then. Let's take a look. I know you guys love video games. You know, when I was your age, I like video games too. Let me show you a video game I played with. Well, actually, it was called the first video game, and it was so much fun. Ready? Here it is. Oh, wait. There we go. Pong! Pong is our very first video game. And it was two sticks and a ball. And all you would do is try to hit the ball past the other person. It would go like this. Boop, 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 boop. And you would try to get to 10. And whoever got to 10 would win. Okay? And like your video games now, what do you guys do? You play Fortnite or Roadblocks, and you can play with like 100 other kids, and you create new worlds and characters. And Pong, it's just me and another person, or maybe the computer. But it was so much fun. Another invention that's happened today is, take a look at this. I know I keep getting that one popping up. Ah, here we go. The cell phone. Look how big that cell phone is now. I didn't have one of these, but when this cell phone first came out, it was huge. It was called the brick phone because it was like a brick. Can you check your email? No. Text messages, can we send? No. Watch cartoons? No. But could you drop it on your foot and go, ow? Yeah, you could. And now look, cell phones today, right? I can call you. I can text message. I can check my email. I can watch my baseball games, right? Things improved. They got bigger. They got faster. They got smaller. But also, it's all because of imagination. Okay, so if we take a look now, there's another word behind me. Steam. And steam, if we look at the first letters, it's actually 5 words. Science, we do science, when you come with me. And you actually use some of these other things. Technology. Well, there's technology everywhere in the world. The laptop, the iPad, the cell phone, the microwave, the coffee machine. Engineering. Engineering is important because it's part of our story today. Helicopters, rockets, airplanes, gears, machinery. Art. Art is so important now. Not now, or probably it should have been, but it's never been talked about as much as use in science. But even for you guys, art is important because you draw your pictures. Remember when we do an experiment, I'll say, draw what happened. Whether the rocks are sinking or if they're falling apart. And math. Math is very important. For some of these things, like the helicopters or rockets or airplanes that take off, they have to figure out what's the right angle that we have to take off, or how much pressure of thrust do we need to launch it up in the air. Math is involved. And today our story is going to be Rosie Revere, Engineer. Now this story is written by Andrea Beatty. The illustrations are by David Roberts. This is really a neat story. I think you'll like it. Miss Beale gave me this book, so I want to thank her for that, and I think you guys will see why. It's such a neat book. This is the story of Rosie Revere, who dreamed of becoming a great engineer. In Lathyger's classroom at Blue River Creek, young Rosie sat shyly, not daring to speak. Look at everybody. They're talking. Can you find Rosie? There she is. Quiet. But when no one saw her, she peeked at the trash for treasures to add to her engineer stash. And late at night, Rosie rolled up her sleeves and built in her hideaway under the eaves. Look what she's grabbing here. Old styrofoam soda cup. She's got her bag, tennis racket, umbrella. Let's see what she's going to do. Look at the picture. Look at all of these things. She's got the tennis racket, tape, tennis ball, stuffed animals, string, straws. Let's see what's going on. Alone in her attic, the moon high above, dear Rosie made gadgets and gizmos she loved. And when she grew sleepy, she hid her machines far under the bed where they'd never be seen. When Rosie was young, she had not been so shy. She worked with her hair swooping. There she is. Over there. Over one eye. And made fine inventions for uncles and aunts. A hot dog dispenser and helium pants. Look at that. Hot dog dispenser. Cardboard box. Paper towel rolls. A can. The helium pants. If you're not familiar with helium is, it's what they use for the birthday balloons to keep them up in the air. Look at him. Think he's having a good time? I think so. The uncle she loved most was zookeeper Fred. She made him a hat to keep snakes off his head from parts of a fan and some cheddar cheese spray, which everyone knows keeps the pythons away. Look at that. It's splurting out the cheese whiz and the python. No, I don't want to be here. He's running away. They're slithering away. And when it was finished, young Rosie was proud, but Fred slapped his knee. Ow! And chuckled out loud. He laughed till he wheezed. And his eyes were filled with tears. Who stood there embarrassed? It was just to the horror of Rosie Revere. She was embarrassed, perplexed, and dismayed. She looked at the cheese hat, and then she looked away. I love it, Fred hooted. Oh, truly I do. But Rosie Revere knew that could not be true. No way, Uncle Fred. She stuck the cheese hat back on the shelf. And after that day, she kept her dreams to herself. Oh, she doesn't seem very happy. And that's how it went until one autumn day, her oldest relation showed up for a stay. Her great-great-aunt Rose was a true dynamo who worked building airplanes for a long time ago. She told Rosie tales of things she had done and goals she had checked off on her list, one by one. She gave a sad smile. She looked to the sky. The only girl left on my list is to fly. But time never lingers as long as it seems. I'll chalk that one up to an old lady's dreams. So there's her aunt, and she used to help build the planes, but she wished that she could fly. That night, as Rosie lay, wide-eyed in bed, a daring idea crept into her head. Hey, what if? Could she build a gizmo to help her aunt fly? I gotta go to sleep. Wait, what if Aunt Rose did? No. What if? No. She could? No. She looked at the cheese hat and said, no, not I. It won't work. But questions are tricky, and hold on tight. Wait a minute. I can't do it. I can do this. And this one kept Rosie awake through the night. I know I can. All I have to do is build this, and then I can do this. So when dawn approached and red streaks lit the sky, young Rosie knew just how to make her aunt fly. She worked and she worked till the day was half gone, then hauled her cheese copter out onto the lawn to give her invention a test just to see the ridiculous flop it might turn out to be. So there's Rosie. And look at this big helicopter here. She's pulling. Strapped into the cockpit. She flipped on the switch. The helicopter sputtered and twitched. It floated a moment and whirled round and round. Then froze for a moment and crashed to the ground. Then Rosie heard laughter and turned around to see the old woman laughing and slapping her knee. Gotta do that softer. She laughed till she wheezed and her eyes filled with tears. Oh, it's so funny. All to the horror of Rosie Revere, who thought, oh no, Never, not ever again will I ever build something to sputter or spin or build with a lever, a switch, or a gear, and never will I ever be a great engineer. She turned round to leave, but then great-great-aunt Rose grabbed hold of young Rosie and pulled her in close and hugged her and kissed her and started to cry. You did it! Hooray! It's the perfect first try. This great flop is over. It's time for the next. Young Rosie was like, baffled. What? Embarrassed? Huh? And perplexed. I failed, said dear Rosie. It's just made of trash. Did you see it? This cheese copter? It crashed. Oh, yes, said Great Aunt. It crashed, that is true, but first it did what it needed to do. Before it crashed, Rosie, before that, it flew. Your brilliant first flop was a raging success. Come on, let's get busy and go on to the next. She handed a notebook to Rosie Revere, who smiled at her aunt as it all became clear. Life might have its failures, but this was not it. The only true failure can come if you quit. So Rosie's got this notebook that her great aunt gave her, and there's some other airplanes with notes. And Rosie's learning, oh, I can do it again. They worked till the sun sneaked away to its bed. Aunt Rosie tied her headscarf around Rosie's head and sent her to sleep with a smile ear to ear to dream the bold dreams of a great engineer. Take a look. There's Rosie now. She's working on the, what do you call it, the blades for the helicopter. Aunt Rose is helping her out. Do that. Tie it on good. We got a broom for the tail. The seat says, we can do it. Look at all the neat things. At Blue River Creek, all the kids in grade 2 build gizmos and gadgets and doohickeys too. With each perfect failure, they all stand and cheer, but no one quite as proudly as Rosie Revere. Look at, we got a building with some airplane wings and rollers. The helmet, the boy, he can turn around, he can see himself wherever because he's got mirrors looking at him. And this girl's riding, it looks like a scooter, but it's a log with wheels, and she's got handlebars. And if you like to dance, look at her. She's dancing along, but she's got her lighting, her flashlights built with the glitter ball, so you know. All the great inventions. And that's what we're going to do today, everyone. We're going to make an invention. Mr. Flores, how do I make an invention? Well, this is what you're going to do, my friends. My kinders and TK, you're going to grab a piece of paper from wherever you can. Maybe you have crayons, markers, pencils, pens. Draw me a picture. What would it be? Maybe it would be like a board game. I don't know. Maybe you could make a game. Or perhaps you could make a piggy bank, and every time you put something in your piggy bank, you get candy. Or maybe it'd be like a skateboard or a scooter with some mirrors, or like, you know, so like when you're playing, it squirts water so you don't get too hot. I don't know. You draw me a picture of anything you want. First grade and second grade, you're going to draw me a picture, okay? And then on your picture, please write me a sentence, okay? My invention is a, and you name it, a thumb snozzle, a boom blast, I don't know, you make it up. Or you can make it too. Perhaps you have cardboard boxes, maybe you have paper towel rolls, string, paper, plastic bags. Make it. And then here's what we're going to do. You want to see mine? I'm not going to show you yet. What you're going to do is I will see you on Thursday and Friday. I have Zoom meetings. Your teachers will send you the links Thursday at 2 o'clock, Friday at 1 o'clock. Come see me and let's see what we got, okay? I'll show you my invention. You show me your invention and we're going to talk about it. What does it do, or what can it, what do you want it to do? Was it easy? Was it hard? Did you have fun? Let's see what we can make, okay? So I will see you Thursday and Friday. Thursday, 2 o'clock, Friday at 1 o'clock, and your teachers will send you links. All right, everybody, that's it. I'll see you soon. Bye.